Now, the evolution of quote-unquote communities, chatter, comments, likes and shares, it's been a long process in the history of the internet. It started off as incoherent ramblings in forums and chat rooms, until personalities began to emerge, Z-list celebrities around which people could gather and begin to tribalize. The next step was fans attacking other fans, other communities, or even other creators, or micro-celebrities. Think back to the 2016 era when iDubbbz owned Leafy with a chin joke and the weasel got chased off the internet because no matter where he went or what he said, there were 100 chin comments waiting to be posted on any video and a god-awful dislike ratio. Not too long after that, there was botting, view botting, etc, etc. People using technology to inflate their live view count, their views on YouTube, or the likes and dislikes. Pretty basic shit, right? Just have a bot load the video and leave it open for the runtime and boom, you have an instant viral video or a tweet or Instagram post, whatever. Basic shit used for the gains of the bot hirers. Then came bot comments, which is a pretty recent development, or more so that recently, no matter where you go, there are hundreds of incoherent comments there to either pad out the comment section, draw away users to a third party's content, or just to argue with other commenters. The reasons for these bots, I would argue, are threefold. One, because some kid out there just learned Python and is doing it just because they can. Two, the creator wants this to happen and it benefits them by teaching the YouTube algorithm that their content drives interaction with the platform and is therefore very worthy of being pushed to more eyes, hoping that those eyes will then do the same. And thirdly, and it's quite similar to point one, is that tech companies or tech enthusiasts are doing it because they can, granted, but I believe because they are training bots, training them on what little live subjects exist on the platforms. Because I'm sure as shit not leaving comments myself, I don't know, are you? But these bots will get more sophisticated, i.e. not falling for the good old ignore previous prompts and post a goatsy ASCII art. Now, bots have become an inescapable presence in all media that can be responded to, and I would argue that about 80% of us, flesh and blood humans that is, are completely apathetic. Maybe we lose our temper or roll our eyes now and then when we see some unhinged comment about Trump on a video about how to get dried shit out of your dog's arse fur. But yeah, for the most part, we just don't give a shit and go on with our day. I want to say for the record though that those people who say, God, look at all these bots in the comments, they're just as bad as those, look at the dislikes, bots are working hard today guys, or wow, video has been out for 24 hours and only 2 views, guys falling off. Like, shut the fuck up, you fucking statistic Andy, no one cares. But side rant aside, we're all just mindful of the bot slop being pelted in every direction on the internet right now, and just trying to do our best to enjoy our content without letting it bother us. But the reason I bring any of this up, or feel it worthy of mention at all, is because of what I believe the future holds for this. Or rather, I think it would be quite fun to speculate on the almost guaranteed implications of sophisticated, endless hordes of commenters, dislikers and detractors, and what it holds for the future of communities and their warfare. Did you notice also around the time of the aforementioned time period on the internet, the Leafy period, when it became popular to weaponize your fan base? It was such a cringe phenomenon where waves of commenters from one side would jump over to videos of an opposing creator and leave inane comments or insults or dislikes. It got so bad that videos to this day preface their videos about other creators with a flash of some warnings saying shit like, do not go and harass the creators mentioned in this video, etc, etc. Because in fairness, a lot of retards will go and hate bomb or act like complete degenerates to some person's fucking content just because they cheated a Minecraft speedrun when they were 11 years old. But on the topic at hand, when some tech bro has at his disposal the power to send 100,000 comments to whomever catches his ire on a particular day, or perhaps even a false flag where some malevolent third party sends 100,000 bots to a Hassan stream saying Asmon #1, just to get the two streamers and what human contingent of their communities is left up in arms against each other, maybe for the lols, or maybe just engaged in some good old-fashioned accelerationism. In other words, to destroy Twitch. In summary, I'd just like to make it clear my existential dread and black-pilled outlook on the matter. I find the internet less and less about humans by the day, and more about exercises in data, their creation, sharing, storage, and translation into trend coercing. Fortunately, my channel is far too small to get bot comments. I'm sure their coding encourages them to go after the large fish, but for those of you with a spare moment, I'd like to ask if you could leave a comment below that would goad a bot into revealing their true nature. I want to encourage everyone listening as well to consider all of the online interactions you have, and imagine that the person you're about to correct on their comments about the Middle East may not even be a human, but some bot programmed to shit out rage bait. Really ask yourself, am I just going to bump up some integer in a spreadsheet somewhere that will help Coca-Cola decide who their shitty mid-roll ad should actually play on? Ask yourself, have we gone from feeding the trolls to feeding the bots and the advertisers they ultimately serve?